Today's special episode with expert guests and our lead designer, Aryo, for a discussion about the recent changes to the West Vancouver zoning bylaws, the impact it's going to have on new builds. We want to welcome Shahram, our project manager, and Daniel, the newest addition to the MHD team. Daniel brings many years of experience and expertise in the construction industry, so welcome. Moving forward, we want you to share your comments and questions in the chat. If we're not able to address everyone during the stream, we will respond to you afterwards. You can always shoot us a message on Facebook or reach out to us on the contact page of our website after the show too. We also want you to know that Aryo will make himself available for a phone call with you. That can also be booked on the contact page of our website. Today, we want to share information with you that will put you in the position of making an informed decision when it comes to your home's design and construction process. So let's just jump right into the conversation.
Thank you, Oli. Thank you. Yes, you're talking about the new revisions to West Vancouver bylaws. This is not something new. It always happens in different municipalities. And the reason being that the population or citizens of West Vancouver decided to do some changes in the layout or the demographic of the city district. And why? Because it's becoming so not quite attractive for younger generation, at the same time is not affordable. By creating smaller lots and creating smaller units as well, the younger generation or the local businesses or homeowners can have the accessibility to affordable homes in West Vancouver as well. Besides that, the tall retaining walls were creating unpleasant looking on many neighborhoods. So that's why they decided to do some changes. But what is those changes are anyway? I think Daniel is gonna bring the slide for us to show us on some of the changes that we are having in mind.
Yeah, certainly, Aryo. I had a question though about the affordability mandate from West Vancouver. Is that something that is in discussion in the municipality? I think you're
not directly, but what it means is before we one of the changes are the lot size. There are some huge lots that they are basically useless. You can only build 0.35% of the lot. And then, of course, there are some limitations in terms of the lot coverage as well. So they're trying to make it possible that you can subdivide some of these lots by reducing the minimum floor area of the lot. It used to be 12,000 square feet minimum. Now it's 10,500 or something like that. I don't have the numbers exactly, but around that number, that they make it possible for subdivision. So basically the changes are related to creating more lots, at the same time reducing the size of the homes. Why do you want the building size will be affecting on the neighborhood? Because many of the homes that is being built is not built for the needs of the occupants as much as it used to be. Like, for example, 35 years ago, when somebody was building a house, they were building for a family of 4, 5, 6. And how was the size of the home? 1,800, 2,000 square feet, 2,500 max.
Yeah.
But now the population, like each occupancy of the homes are getting smaller. 1 or 2 people living in a house, and they're building giant homes of 5, 6, 7, 8,000 square feet, just for the status, for the home envy. And which basically is affecting on the whole neighborhood, and they're trying to reduce the size. It has its own pros and cons as well. What are the pros? Yes, it will affect it will give a benefit for next generation to have a more friendlier or human size neighborhoods. If you were walking in a neighborhood 20 years ago, you would see there were more greenery. The houses were much more human size. It's the size that you could feel comfortable with, but now become humongous just because they want to. Especially a lot of developers wanted to make more money on that, which is, is everybody's right to make business, but at the same time, because the limitation was not there, they could build as big as possible, even though they might not even need the floor area. The bigger, the better. Whereas now with this new regulations, it's not the case. Instead of building 0.35 FSR, which is FSR means the relationship between the size of the building to the size of the lot, now become 0.3. That reduces quite a bit, like what 500 square feet in a with $10,000 square feet lot, which eventually, if you are a homeowner that are not happy with this situation, we have a short period of time to take advantage and apply for the permit before that deadline. And you might ask, when is the deadline?
Well, I will ask what the deadline is, and I'm sure we're going to bring that up a whole bunch of times because it's an important thing. But I would imagine that there's some people, some developers and private owners of property that are probably sitting on some land. And I think if they're watching this video, then they need to be aware that there is a deadline coming up, and it's actually a lot sooner than we would think. The deadline is in January, the end of January, but more importantly, if they're going to work with us, they need to let us know, because there's at least a 4 months process for developing a fairly standard set of preliminary drawings. Is that correct?
Exactly. The reason we need the survey drawing, we need the structure drawing, we need the energy advisor. Besides all that things, is the district of West Vancouver becomes one of the greenest city in Lower Mainland. It used to be Vancouver, but now West Vancouver step up, asking for a step code 5, which means there's more steps we have to take to make this building code approved, and then those things takes longer time in order to have it prepared for submission. So that's exactly what you mentioned is correct. It's 4 months, a good leverage to keep in mind for time that we have to prepare our submission drawing.
So what can you tell me, like, how has your design practice actually changed with the step code? I mean, it's changed. You've seen it evolve, right? You've seen it evolve from, the previous U value, kind of prescriptive sort of thing to an overall compliance. And maybe you could explain a little bit what the step code was designed for, and is it challenging as a home designer to look at that?
I would just go very short explanation on that, because today's topic we want to more emphasize on the changes on West Vancouver. The step codes basically asking for more thicker walls, which creates more of insulation and less of air leakage. Like we are going to one or less air leakage. As a matter of fact, step code 5 trying to reduce carbon footprint as much as possible. What that means is we will build homes that not rely on any carbon related heating system. So everything is going to be electrical. But this is coming across the board. It doesn't affect only West Vancouver, but West Vancouver is one of those municipalities that has started mandating this to step code 5, whereas the other municipalities are catching up. But if you don't mind, if you could put the slide about the changes that are coming to West Vancouver municipality, that I can go through some of the changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. This building size, as I mentioned earlier, we are not allowing, or they are not allowing to build more than 0.3 versus 0.35 of FSR, which it means where a 10,000 square feet lot would be 3,000 square feet. You might say, okay, but they're building bigger than that. Yes, there's some exceptions on the size of the lot or the floor area calculation, which there are anything that below grade, or there is some calculation we have to respect that, which those are exempted. So that as a result, we can build another 2,000 square feet underground and does not count as floor area. So that is a major changes coming, and if you are really not interested to get limited by this change, you have to act fast. We are open our applications to new homeowners or builders who want to apply for building permit as soon as possible. We have limited space availability for new applications, because the more we come, then we're going to be busier. We cannot attend everybody, even though we have quite a bit of number of people to work with us to this process to make accommodated as much as possible. But we want to make sure everybody is receiving top-notch customer service. So the second changes they're asking for is coach homes or secondary suite. So what does that mean is, yes, you're allowed only 0.3, but if they're giving you a bonus, if you build a coach home up to 800 square feet, that is going to be extra over above floor area. So they give you an extra square footage allowance if you want to build a coach house, and about 350 square feet if you're building detached secondary suites. So this way they can accommodate more rentals and somehow livable space for West Vancouver residents, especially when it comes to families who have younger adults that they cannot, they don't want to live far. They can still be within the family and living in the same area, in the same radius in their coach home. Visual impact. What does that mean? West Vancouver is mountainous, and there are a lot of lots on slope. Previously, we could have 3 stories almost, because of the way that we calculate. 1 stories would be exempted. So they want to reduce that 3-story look from the lower side of the street, make it as smaller as possible, that it doesn't create a monster home look for the building. It will have a tremendous amount of effort for us as a designers to make the look of the building great, at the same time to meet bylaw. I haven't read the final calculations on bylaw. I don't think is available yet, but it makes it more difficult for us to, or challenging for us to meet the bylaws and make it the building look as glorious as possible. And what is the landscaping and fence design? For so long, the boulevard after the property was not part of the homeowner's responsibility. But at the same time, this district never had the fund to really do something about it. From now on, it's going to be the homeowner's responsibility to take care of their landscaping, hardscaping, fence design, all that kind of things is going to be part of their work. And they want more of landscaping and softscaping rather than hardscaping, more greenery and less of pavers, which basically this is not something new. Many municipalities are practicing this, but it's coming to West Vancouver as more aggressive as well. As I earlier mentioned, allowing subdivisions and encouraging renovations. Okay, this part I never mentioned before. The subdivisions, I explained about how they are reducing the size of minimum lot size and the frontage, so that if you have a huge lot, you can maximize your profit. If you're a homeowner or if you're a developer, you can basically create multiple lots and sell it as a separate lot, so more family can use that extra space for their residence. And renovating, there's so many homes that have been built within the 60s and 70s that they're still in a good shape. And unfortunately, because they were not in a good size that some families like right now, they become subject to demolish and going to landfill, which the district wants to encourage people to renovate these homes by adding some bonuses to this process of renovation and everything. So it keeps them much more affordable for them for the homeowners or for the developers to use existing footprint, existing building, and add floor area the way that makes them much more suitable for the area as well. And the last part is neighborhood consideration, which is not one of my least favorite ones. And I really encourage everybody who is really into applying for this permit, they do it before this part comes. Because this part, I'm not 100% sure that it's going to be up for every single single-family homes that we are applying for, or it's going to be only for the development permit applications. Because at the moment they say, okay, when you're building a home, you just submit it to the city, call a date. They're going to check toward the zoning and building code, and everything's fine, and you got your permit. But it means that you're not considering the neighbor's opinion. But now with this, you have to consult with them as well. How this process is going to happen? Are they going to send a letter to the neighbors? How many neighbors are going to be informed? I don't know yet. But I know it is going to be a headache, because anybody can come up with any ideas to just present their opinion. Some of them could be legitimate, some of them not. It will affect on the process of your building permit. So that is something my least favorite of all. The rest, it's coming, and we have similar to this situation in many other municipalities, which some of them are district is catching up. Some of them are new. In general, we have to embrace it. We don't have any other choice. But if the choice is yours, if you think that any of these ones are not in your favor and you don't want to go through that process, you might have to start right now your process, and Daniel is going to help you with that.
Yeah. Thank you, Ario. Let me just get into where we want to be. I want to share a link with everybody here. Here is a landing page, and I encourage everybody who, like Ario said, if you're interested in learning more information, I'm going to show very quickly what that landing page looks like here. It's on the website. Okay, so from this site, you can enter your information, and we will contact you for a consultation. We actually even have a draw coming up for a iPad. So there is lots of incentive for everybody to engage with us, to reach out and get that professional advice and opinion. Okay, so we'll pull that down. And I want to spend a little bit of time with the audience. I'm the relatively new addition to the team, but I am very happy to be here and be a part of the team with Ario. I want to offer my sincere assistance to anybody who is looking forward to take advantage of the time and start their new home project before some limitations and these changes come into effect. And as a matter of fact, I am authorized by the man sitting to the left of me or the right of me, depending on how you situate yourself, a free iPad. And for anyone who finalizes a design with my home designer on or before February or September 15th. Okay. So I encourage you to take action soon and contact me to start the process. You can get a hold of me by calling me directly or emailing me at daniel@myhomedesigner.com, or check our page, myhomedesigner.com West-Vancouver. We are here to serve you the best way possible, and we, why not get a free gift as a result of reaching out? So, a little bit of a background: I've been in the construction industry all my entire adult life, and I've helped, I guess, countless homeowners in their different walks of life. I'm here to offer all my experience, and we have an amazing team here at My Home Designer. And we have a simple philosophy: you deserve the very best, and we strive to make sure that we do that for you. Now, remember, the deadline is approaching, and there is not enough time for our group to serve everyone. So the sooner you sign up, the better the chance you have to be on our list and meet that deadline. Our goal is to offer the best service possible with the shortest timelines we have. So please call me or email me, and we'll make sure that we take care of you and your family.
Awesome. Holly, do you have anything to add?
Holly's on mute. A great show. And we'll definitely have it available for encore performances a little later on today. So share it to your friends when it shows up on the news feed. And if you know anybody that's building a house, they definitely need to learn about this.
Very good. Awesome. Looking forward to hear from you.
Thank you.
Thank you.